Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
All right, welcome back to Big Country Politics. Joining us, Dr. Paul Fabrizio with McMurray University Political Science Professor. Thank you for joining us.
It's good to be here. As
you have during election coverage before. And let's take care of some housekeeping before we get started, because right after this, well, maybe not right after this, about 7:30, 7:45, we'll continue this conversation on our Facebook page on KTAB, so look for us there, and we'll be taking your questions. If you want to type in those questions, we'll be looking at those as well. So let's get started. Let's start locally.
Yes.
Okay, and for mayor, we have Cynthia Alvidrez, Anthony Williams running for his second term. Any surprises there at all?
Well, the surprise would be, and I hate to say it, is if the mayor loses. In these situations, we have to be honest. Incumbents have an advantage, and so if an incumbent loses, that would be the surprise. What we've got in this election is a nationalized election where all the attention's at the top of the ticket, and so all the candidates who are running for local office have a hard time getting any attention at all. So they work through signs, through Facebook, whatever, to try to get somebody to pay attention to them. But it's very, very difficult in an election like this.
And that's where I guess local news really comes into play, because we are here to cover those local races. And I want to talk real quick just about the candidate that is running against the mayor, Cynthia Alvidrez. I don't think it's too early to call, obviously, but I don't think she will win. But I want you to talk about maybe what she inspires, maybe what will she inspire down the road. Maybe there's a single mom out there looking at really what she's done. Talk about that.
Yeah, she's a McMurray graduate in her sociology program, and she has focused on certain local issues in the past. She ran for school board before. She ran, I believe, for city council as well, and so this is her third time running for elective office. And what she brings is passion. She brings commitment. She's willing to be controversial, which can be a positive thing or a negative thing, depending on how people perceive it. And so she has been inspiring a lot of comment on Facebook, but the whole election is not decided by Facebook.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I think has not worked in her favor is the fact, very simply, that she isn't the #1 topic of conversation. If you want to top the mayor in a local race, you have to be the #1 topic of conversation. And she's running at a time when we have a president who's in the fight for his life in this election year, so that takes up all the local oxygen too.
Okay, so here's the other thing. Now I want to move it out a little bit, and I guess this is not really moving out, but the place for, I guess it's place 3 on Abilene City Council, occupied by Donna Albus. She's got 2 opponents right now.
Yes.
And any surprises there?
Again, we don't have returns yet, so we don't know. But again, the same thing that works against challengers in the mayor's race also is going to work against challengers in the city council races as well.
And of course, I'm sure there's a chance with 3 candidates for a runoff.
Yeah, there is that possibility. Yeah,
that's right.
What's also interesting, we got to say it, is because it is an election that's being held for mayor, city council in November, we're going to have more people voting for mayor than we've ever had before.
That's true.
So, that's a good, positive thing. And it might be that all those additional people might change the dynamics of the race in ways that we don't anticipate. So we'll see when the votes are counted.
So we were looking at all the other races before we walked into the studio. Travis just just rattled off all the other races, the local races. And as we looked at them, we're not expecting really any surprises there either, are we?
No, and again, it's the same thing. The presidency has nationalized this race. All the attention, all the conversations are about the national race. And as a consequence, if you're running for state senate or state representatives, so think of Don Buckingham or Stan Lambert, and their opponents, they have to deal with the fact nobody's paying attention to their race. They're challengers. This is not the right year to challenge an incumbent because, again, everybody's focused on the presidency.
So everybody focusing on the presidency, and you're going to the polls, and I think what a lot of people are used to doing is straight party ticket, all Republican, straight party ticket, all Democrat. This year, that's not available. How big of a factor is that going to be in the local races, you think?
Well, remember that at least the mayor's race is a nonpartisan, so it shouldn't be a factor at all. The question will be, will it be a factor in some of these other races?
District 71.
And the reality is, we don't know. You know, that's the sort of thing you can ask me about, you know, at midnight tonight when we have the returns coming in. We just don't know if the absence of that straight party button right there is going to make a difference. We'll see. What I think one of the things we're going to have to deal with is that a lot of people will vote at the top of the ticket, and then as they go down, they won't vote as much on some of the other races.
We got to go to break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about that national race. We'll be back on Big Country Politics.